Hey guys, welcome to another unboxing review. Welcome back to the Conquest Racing Club. Today we're going to have a look at a pretty cool car. It's the Ford GT40 from Slotted. It's the latest rendition of the Ford GT40 from them. So let's take a look at this car. Let's take a deep dive and get right to it. So this is another Slotted car from my collection. This is the Ford GT40. Once again, it comes in the slotted sleeve, so we can just peel that off by pushing this out. And then if we pull up on the clear case here, it will release the car. There is a clamshell packaging inside that helps protect the vehicle. And then we have the car on its base. And this is the Ford GT40. This is a 12-hour Sebring in 1967. Nick N. Vaccarella and U. Maglioli. I don't know these drivers, but pretty cool car. I love the GT40. It's one of my favorite cars. Another great car from a collection standpoint. So underneath, you get a couple of things. You get the mounting hardware for the new digital chip, and over here, if you peel back the tape, we get to reveal the little screw that you unscrew and release the car from the packaging. Alright, so we get to see the GT40 in its full glory. So like I said, this is the newest rendition of the vehicle. You can see it's predominantly a white vehicle. It does have the Italian flag striping down the side here, which denotes the drivers. They are of Italian descent. And then you get to see the driver inside with a white helmet with some green and red trim on it. A white racing suit with red trim on it as well. From the top view, you get to see it's a plain white body with the iconic, GT40 look. We get a little orange arrow just before the air intake on the hood. On the front hood, you get a number 19 decals all over. From the side, you get to see the Gulf logos, the number 19 logo as well. And, once again, we get these really cool, iconic GT40 wheels, staggered setup, so larger tire in the back, smaller tire in the front. Really cool detail on the driver on the inside. You get to see the Italian flag right on his helmet as well. The front look from the car is as per expected. Get the really nice wide flared arches from the GT40. And then, such a sleek and iconic car all the way through. Really love this car. It's one of my favorite body styles. And then from the rear, you get the twin exhausts, simple tail lights. And when we look at the chassis, once again, this is a slotted vehicle, floating motor pod. This is a sidewinder configuration. So it's the motor is mounted to the side. And then we have the standard pinion and crown gear configuration. These are rib tires, so they're not smooth, but I think they'll be pretty good on track. So without much further ado, a very simple car, and we're just going to put it down to the track and see what it does. for back from trackside, we just put the GT40 from slotted through its paces. It performed amazingly well. Like I said, this car is such a sleek, beautiful design. The GT40 is one of my favorite cars from that era, and it proves it on track time and time again in every different configuration. Not to be disappointed. This car was once again pretty damn awesome on track. And when we look at the results, let's just go look here. So when we check out the results of this car on track, we see that the GT40 did our track in 3.72 seconds, which is pretty quick. It's really close to the track record that we have right now. So at 3.72 seconds, it's a really, really quick car. And one thing I'd say is that it didn't take me long to get a handle on this car. It was pretty smooth right out of the box, really well tuned. Obviously, like, these are stock runs, so I haven't done anything to the car. Just simply taken out, maybe push the braids out and put it on track and run it. So with some optimization on the correct track, this car could just be blistering. But straight out of the box, 3.72 seconds, I ain't complaining. When you look at the car in detail, you'll see that it has a 64-gram weight. When you look at the car itself, it's super low profile. Super low to the ground. So at 27 millimeter height, it's amazingly low. It's got an average track length. It's average length of the cars standard to most 132nd cars. The wheelbase is at 77 millimeters, which is standard. But from a performance perspective, when we look at what it did on the leaderboard, you will see that it's right up there. It's in second position right now, right behind the Lola, which broke, and it beat the two F1s, and it beat the Ferrari from Polycar. So it is a very, very quick car straight out of the box. So Marty Ford channel, which also runs some stock car racing. He's been racing the GT40 with a digital chip inside. So if you like to check out that kind of content, you can. I'll put a link to Marty's channel in my description below. But I can see now why he's having so much fun with the GT40. And now that I've got one, I don't know if I'm going to chip this car, but it was definitely glad to have it as part of my collection. So my final thoughts on the vehicle are, if you're a collector, you like GT40s, I have a whole bunch of them. I have them in different liveries. They're just amazing. And I'm not talking only about the older GT40s, but the Ford GTs and the current model Ford GT as well. It's just such a nice package, a nice sequence of history that you can collect. Starting with the really old school guys all the way to the new hypercars or supercars that are coming out right now. It's a really nice story that Ford has in its portfolio, and it's great to have it as part of my collection as a car buff or somebody who loves cars. I'm not a car buff by any means, but super glad to have it in collection. If you're a racer, definitely pick up this car. You won't be disappointed. Slotted did a phenomenal job with this car. It's great to race, great to run. You won't be disappointed. If you're a collector, once again, it's a piece of history. Historically, it's done so well, and you need to have it in your collection if you are a stock car collector. So those are my final thoughts.